Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman of the Football History Dude podcast, and I'm stopping by this show real quick to tell you about a couple of cool giveaways that we have going on here at the network. Both are autograph books covering various topics of the NFL. The first is The Point After: How One Resilient Kicker Learned There Is More to Life Than the NFL by ex-NFL kicker Sean Conley. It goes over his unique experience as a walk-on kicker at the University of Pitt after never playing high school football. And then it gets into some of his time playing for NFL teams and so much more beyond the gridiron. The other is from author Kevin Bryant. His book is titled Spies on the Sidelines: The High-Stakes World of NFL Espionage. This book started as a curiosity, kind of a passion project to understand everything revolving around, well, Spygate. But this put Kevin down a rabbit hole learning about all sorts of espionage that has occurred throughout the history of the NFL. Both permissible and often the illicit techniques of gathering intel to try to impact the outcome of the game. To sign up for your chance to win an autographed copy of one of these books, all you gotta do is head over to sportshistorynetwork.com/giveaways and sign up. That's sportshistorynetwork.com/giveaways. Again, check out all the other podcasts that we have in the Sports History Network as well. But now, back to your regularly scheduled journey to the sports history timeline.
Now it's time to take a sports break, a look at sports history on a daily basis. Hello, my friends in sports history. This is Darren Hayes of Sports History Dispatch Podcast. Welcome once again to the Pigpen, your place for all things great in sports history. And we are here to talk about our sports break for August 13th and all the great sporting events that happened on that date through history, along with the great players that did it. We're going to call out their jersey numbers just for some extra recognition. And some of those jersey numbers we'll talk about today are 5, 15, 31, 29, 19, 21, 22, and 20, 24, 48, 16, 14, 34, and number 23. August 13th, 1906, Chicago Cubs pitcher Jack Taylor ends a string of completing 202 MLB games, 187 complete and 15 in relief, against the Brooklyn Superbas in the third inning of an 11-3 win at Washington Park in New York City. Can you imagine that? 202 complete games in a row. Amazing. August 13th, 1908, future Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Cy Young's career is celebrated with a special day in his name in Boston. He pitches briefly for the Red Sox against an all-star team just to celebrate. August 13th, 1917, Milt Stock with 2, Fred Luders with 2, and Possum Whitted, love that name, of the Philadelphia Phillies steal 5 bases in an inning in a 3-0 win against the Boston Braves at Braves Field. August 13th, 1931, Cincinnati Reds second baseman Tony Cosanello, number 5, goes 6 for 6 at the batter's box in a 17-3 rout of Boston at Braves Field. August 13th, 1932, Yankees hurler number 15, Red Ruffing, becomes the first MLB pitcher since 1906 to hit an extra inning, game-winning home run in New York's 1-0 win over the Senators in Washington, D.C. August 13th, 1948, Satchel Paige, who wore both number 31 and 29 in the 48 season, at the age of 42, pitched his first complete MLB game. August 13th, 1962, Bert Campaneris, then of the Daytona Beach squad of the FSL, pitched ambidextrously. Yeah, with both hands in one game. Bert ended up wearing the number 19 in 1964 when he made the MLB in the big leagues with the Kansas City Athletics. That's pretty talented to be able to pitch both hands in a single baseball game. August 13th, 1963, Warren Spahn, number 21 of the Milwaukee Braves, set a left-handed pitching strikeout mark at 2,382. August 13th, 1963, Dave DeBuschere, number 22 of the Chicago White Sox, pitched a shutout against the Cleveland Indians. Now, if that name, Dave DeBuschere, sounds familiar, in his bio we see that despite 2 seasons in the MLB, He also won 2 NBA championships with the New York Knicks in 1970 and 1973, and in 1996 was named as one of the top 50 players in NBA history. Needless to say, he also wore number 2 on a handful of teams in the professional hardcourt circuit. Now, August 13, 1969, Baltimore Oriole Jim Palmer, number 22, no-hit the Oakland A's in an 8-0 rout for the Orioles. August 13, 1979, MLB's St. Louis Cardinals Lou Brock, number 20, became the 14th MLB player in history to reach the 3,000 hit milestone mark. August 13, 1993, the Toronto Blue Jays' Ricky Henderson paid teammate Turner Ward $25,000 to wear his number 24 jersey so that Henderson could wear his recognizable digits there in Canada. Henderson was first assigned to number 14 with the Jays until he made the deal with Turner. As for Ward, he went on to wear the number 16 for the balance of that season after his cool $25,000 payday. August 13th, 2006, Cleveland Indians first baseman Travis Hafner, number 48, tied Don Mattingly's number 23 of the New York Yankees MLB mark of 6 grand slams in a single season when he homered off Kansas City's Luke Hudson, who wore number 34 that day. And there is our baseball history for this sports break. It's all baseball in this one. And, just some exciting history you can look at every single day here in our sports breaks. We just want to bring those little touches of the magic that happened on those days of the calendar year. You can find us every day here, Sports Jersey Dispatch Podcast, and on JerseyDispatch.com is the transcripts. If you want some football news, we cover that every day too. Football history every day, PigskinDispatch.com. And we are part of a bigger network, the SportsHistoryNetwork.com, where there are 27 podcasters just podcasting their little hearts out there to bring you some great sports history and make family fun enjoyment you can listen to anytime, and it's always good because it's history. So till tomorrow, everybody, have a great sports history day. Sorry, but my pitching coach just called timeout and he's coming out to the mound. I think I'm going to get yanked for a reliever. We'll see you back tomorrow for some more great sports history on Sports Jersey Dispatch Podcast. We invite you to check out our websites, JerseyDispatch.com and PigskinDispatch.com. Not only see the daily sports history, but to experience the preservation of great events and people that play the games. Find us on Pigskin Dispatch. It's also on social media outlets of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel to get all your daily sports history. Pigskin Dispatch is happy to be associated with the Sports History Network, the sports headquarters of yesteryear, found at SportsHistoryNetwork.com.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at SportsHistoryNetwork.com.
It was just another ordinary day in the offices of the Pittsburgh Guardian newspaper circa 1924. But for Marla Delft, assistant editor, everything was about to change. For she was about to discover the awesome attractiveness of Row 1 brand retro sports paraphernalia items thanks to Orville Mulligan, sports writer.
And there it is.
Wow, Orville, that's really the bee's knees.
Isn't it just? A poster-sized replica of the actual 1909 World Series program cover.
I can see that. But where did you get it? And where'd you get it framed?
I ordered it from the Row 1 website, where over 6,000 items of sports memorabilia from the 1880s to the 1990s are available for reproduction, in multiple sizes and in several different materials, with over a dozen styles of frame to choose from for prints like this.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Delft would love to put up more of these in the office. But I'm equally as sure they're beyond this newspaper's budget.
Not at all, my dear Marla. See for yourself. Go to sportshistorynetwork.com/row1.
sportshistorynetwork.com/row1. Oh my, these are good prices. Oh, and look at this stuff. Oklahoma-Nebraska football, college basketball art, Michael Jordan items.
And so it
retro
was that
sports
Marla Delft
advertisement
discovered the
placards.
splendiferous magic of Row 1 sports memorabilia, arts, and prints. You can too by visiting sportshistorynetwork.com/row1. That's ROW1 today for access to the full Row 1 catalog of gallery prints and gifts like t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, telephone cases, coffee mugs, blankets, pillows, towels, and even shower curtains. Act today for a 15% discount off all prints with coupon code SHN15 and 20% off all other items with coupon code SHN20 at checkout. And keep your dial locked to the Sports History Network for the exciting chronicles of the 1920 sports world in Orville Mulligan, Sports Writer. Coming soon.